Hey guys, it's Mike here. We're at the flying field and we're going to test out the Hobby King 3-axis gyro here. As you can see, it's a pretty windy day, so this will be a good test. We'll start testing with the gyros, the gyro gains in the minimum position, which is all the way counterclockwise. Let's just take a look at the wind to see what we're getting here for the wind here. I don't know if you can read my anemometer here, but it's going up and down. I've seen it go up to 12. Now it's almost next to nothing. So should be some pretty variable wind. Should be a good test. The other thing I'm doing is I'm putting my GoPro into this so you can see how stable it is. We can do a comparison. Also, I'll have the camera facing down on my controls on the transmitter so you can see how much input I'm having to give it. And I'll try to keep my hands off of it as much as possible just so you can see how much of it is me and how much of it is the stabilizer. Okay, so let's give it a try. Okay guys, here it goes. It's pretty windy. Should be interesting. So hopefully it don't crash it. That was my LiPo alarm going off. Maybe it wasn't, my LiPo wasn't fully charged. Definitely windy here. Try to keep it steady. I use my ailerons more than I use my rudder. Try using my rudder here. Ooh, that was bad. Wind has calmed down a little bit. I'm able to get some headwind to get the plane trimmed out a little bit here. It is hard to let go of these controls. It's just really crazy. Let go of it, you can see the plane just turning, making a circle. Let the wind take it down. I think the wind's pushing it more than anything. Let's bring it back into the wind here. Try to level it out. Try to hold it steady with my aileron. The wind's definitely pushing it around. Let's land it and let's try increasing the gain on the gyro. Okay, we got the gyros set at 50%, or I should say they're at the 12 o'clock position. So we had to move them clockwise to get them to the 12 o'clock position. We're going to do another test here. You see, you can hear my alarm going off again. Still really windy. I can feel it. Try using my rudder more this time. There we go. I'm not even touching it right now. Just letting it glide. Take the control. Let it just glide. Not even touching it. Still going straight. It is going with the wind right now, but I'm going to use a little bit of rudder to turn it around. Okay, I'm going to level it out with my rudder. Okay, not touching it now. Just keep it level. Level it out a little bit here. I need some more throttle here. Use my rudder here to turn. I'm going to use some aileron to do a turn. I need to replace my LiPo battery here. I'll do that in a minute. Okay, I'm going to turn it a little bit. I'm just let it glide here. Let's turn it back into the wind here. And I'm not going to apply any elevator here. I'm just going to let it level itself. Wind is pushing it up a little bit. Turning it a little bit. And I don't feel like I constantly have to touch the controls. And the wind is pushing it back, so I'm going to bring it back towards me. Use a little bit of rudder here. And only cut the throttle down some. Actually, I'll cut the throttle all the way down and let's just glide. See how it does with the glide here. I need to do some more rudder to get it straight. Nice thing about this too is it helps prevent stalls. Doesn't mean you can't stall it, because you still can, but it does lessen the chance of the stall. Let's bring it back towards us. Turn it around. Let's try some low flying over the ground here. Pitched up a little bit when I gave it power. It's quite windy, you can see that. I think I'm going to change my battery in the plane. Okay, did a leaning there, so let's put a new battery in it and see what else we want to do. Okay, we're almost out of power here on my camera on the tripod, so I don't know if you're going to get all of this, but we'll see what we can do. I turned up the gyro gains. I turned them to the 2 o'clock position for all 3 axes, so we'll see what happens. definitely taking it. Okay, straighten it out a little bit here. Okay, I'm using my rudder, straighten it. I'm going to get it into the wind. Try to let it go. Okay. There we go. It's pretty gusty right now, but you can see it's stable. Turn it back towards me. Okay. I'm not using any input right now. I'm just letting it fly. Gliding right now in the wind. Take a look at that. That thing's pretty cool. I'm going to bring it towards me because it's starting to move away. Give it some more power. I lost power on my tripod camera, so I wasn't able to show you the controls the whole time. But that was really awesome. That thing just glided so nice. You can look at the wind here. It's like crazy. This wind is crazy. And this thing was just keeping it nice and level. And, you know, it did bounce around a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's especially nice like when you're going into the wind. It also keeps you from stalling, so that, you know, typically, you know, that nose will pop up into the wind, or when you'll stall out. It fixes that because it also works on your elevator. Trying to decide if I want to turn up the gyro gain any higher and test that out just to see what happens. I think we'll try it out and see what happens, because so far it hasn't had any negative effects. It hasn't had any jittering or anything like that. So let's give it a try. Okay guys, we have the gyros in the fully clockwise position at 5 o'clock. So this is as far as they go. We'll see what happens. I don't know if you can hear it, but these things, the servos are going crazy right now. So hopefully I don't have a crash, but we'll see what happens. Wind is still going up and down. Not too bad this second, but we'll see what happens. You can probably see on the camera by its movement that this thing was like flapping like a bird. It was going right and left, shaking like this. The ailerons were just going crazy. It definitely wasn't good. So it did not like it everything at max. Now one thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try changing the gains on the ailerons back to say 2 o'clock. And stick with that, and leave the ailerons and the leave the elevator and the rudder fully deployed, and let's just see if that makes a difference, if it wiggles more. Seems like the plane tends to pitch or tends to roll more in the wind. Actually, the wind doesn't look like it's too bad right now. We'll see. Okay, for that one you probably could tell that the elevator was just jumping up and down, and it was just doing this thing. That was funny. So I'm thinking putting everything at the 2 o'clock position is probably good. You might not want to go higher than that, at least with this Bixler plane. Other planes of course you'll have to test. Probably want to start at the 12 o'clock position and then increase things from there, just to see how well it performs. But overall I'm really happy with the performance of this thing. Flew everything awesome in the wind. This thing is just great. I'm going to try this on my other plane. Now one thing I noticed when I was testing this was that my EOC started getting hot. It is going to take some power to power this stabilizer, but I can't say for sure it was the stabilizer that's making it hot. So what I did was I actually installed a BEC onto my to power my receiver and the stabilizer. So after I did that, I did notice that it was a lot cooler. I don't know if you could see this very easily, but there's my ESC, there's my BEC, and when you install a BEC, you just hook it into one of the spare channels on your receiver, and then you have to pull out the red wire. The red wire does come loose. You know, you can pry it up with a fine knife, so you can't get it out of there. And I just put a piece of tape around it to keep it from touching anything else. Okay guys, thanks for watching.